Where I'm right on. I'm smacking the shit out of the microphone. Boom, boom.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Can you hear it? I think I felt something break. I think I broke it. No, still good, man. Still good. I didn't break
It's
it.
fucking so floppy. You're about to get a toe in the eye.
Hell yeah,
God damn
dude. Hell motherfucking yeah.
Damn it, dude.
That's a YouTube exclusive, so
Ugh.
I don't want to hear that I don't do nice things for the special people on YouTube.
Jesus.
Austin 316 says I just beat the shit out of that footussie. I mean, it sounded hot, dude. Like, it sounded like somebody was creaming some corn, if you know what I mean.
It definitely sounded like someone was putting in some work. That sounded wet.
I forget who it was, but some guy at work, you know, they don't really talk about the podcast, my work. It's kind of a secret.
Yeah.
But he got to me, he's like, did Rob really drink bourbon out of that foot pussy last week? Yesterday? Or whatever. So, sure the fuck did.
Sure as fuck did.
Yeah.
I took it home. I pulled it out of the box. I gave it to Bear. I was like, smell it. She was like, oh, what's that smell? I was like, I did a shot out of it. She was like, ew. I sure fucking did.
What's up, everybody? Jordan, Creepin', Connor, Sensei Choi, Julian, Mike, Woodhams, Connor, Jim, Kyle.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes a very fun noise.
Yeah, I know. We got to do it for the regular podcast listeners.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're good. I'm out of breath. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it real hard, real good.
There goes the headphones. You're about to knock yourself out with that thing, man.
Good.
Just keep going.
Welcome to a new episode of the Brahio Podcast.
Oh, shit.
I'm the delicious Nicolicious.
I'm Rob Dog, hey, guys. It's
That
this.
was-
Let me see if I can...
That was me throwing the footussie around.
I'll
There
do
you
the...
go. There you go. Yeah.
It makes like a water drop sound. Bloop.
Yeah, dude. That sound is going to get it. It won't stay up like that.
Probably broke the fucking rod in it, too.
I think I did. Yeah, it kind of felt weird after I was beating it up there for a second.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the Cream Spot, everyone. We're so happy to have you here on Sunday, the day of the Lord. That's what it is.
It sure is.
My house is a day of pork and cleaning.
Get your day at rest, man. Yeah, I did so much yard work today. It was a nice weekend, though, man.
I had an altercation in the yard. I'll tell you guys about it in a little
Okay.
bit. These fucking old women around here can't handle me and my just the way I look.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like it. They don't like to see a young man putting in work
Sure.
around the yard.
Don't blame them.
Yeah. Fucking whatever.
Fucking old women.
Fucking old women. I'll make them all come. I don't care.
Just start flapping that thing around. It should do the trick.
Get over here.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing today we're covering cattle mutilations, and we're happy to have you guys here, but we're even happier to tell you about our Patreon subscribers.
Oh, yes.
Starting with Jazz. Thanks, Jazz. If that's anything like jizz. Mine smells bad, so
Fuck.
can't figure it out.
Yeah, man, that's a...
Whether it's infection or
That's bad.
Yeah, thank you, Jizz.
And next we got old Barry McCockiner.
Yeah, he did.
Thanks. Thanks, Barry.
That thing is still got
we're not even touching it. It's still barking at us.
Air pockets. The foot pussy still has air pockets, and you can hear
Queefing.
it. If you go back, if you do a supersonic rewind of about 7 seconds, you can actually hear the foot pussy take a last gasp of air.
The old pussy fart.
How about Letitia Joy? Thanks, Letitia, for being here. You bring us more joy than your last name has brought to everyone in the entire world.
That was well played.
And you mean the world to us, Letitia. Thank you.
And next is we don't have one specific person, but we have the whole fucking state of Alaska. Thanks, Alaska.
Just a bunch of suicidal Eskimos.
43 of them total.
And a Dollar General. I know they got a Dollar General.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah. Thank you, Alaska. How about Trigun 77? That's like a three-headed dick. And we used to have a buddy. We call him Trigun. He had 3 dicks.
Yeah.
Big bad dude.
Lucky little bastard.
Yeah, he's had a hot-ass mom, though.
Snatch Crotch Hunter 69. That's a good name.
Okay.
I like it.
I'd love to have you on the show, Snatch Crotch Hunter 69.
That was my RuneScape name.
RuneScape. I can never get down with RuneScape, man. I tried a couple times.
I loved it.
I just said, what is this nonsense?
Yeah.
This is troublesome. Daryl Hudson, congratulations on your promotion in the Ku Klux Klan. And doesn't Daryl Hudson kind of seem like maybe a Deep South kind of?
Yeah, it does sound like a pretty racist
maybe
name.
maybe got a jacket. Maybe he's not. Maybe I would probably say Daryl is probably a really good fucking dude.
Probably.
And he's a big, gorgeous sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say he's got sideburns. Probably a unibrow. Probably a real thick unibrow. Hairy ears.
Really hairy balls.
Really hairy balls and ears.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daryl.
Yeah, thanks, Daryl. Last but not least, we got Jason Chock. I don't know if that's how you say it. Chiok.
No, it's actually, this is the sound he makes when he's going down on me.
Oh, yeah?
Chalk. If you want to join us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/Brohio Podcast for $1. I don't even know anymore. Anyways.
I don't think we can show the bottom of this foot on the stream.
I don't think we can either. We'll get fired. We're on our last strike from YouTube.
So someone said, Connor Jordan said, my girlfriend just gagged when she saw it on the table. Let me cover her up a little bit. Gotta put a sock on her or something, man.
Some thigh highs.
Yeah. Just put her in a slutty shoe.
Oh, man. Speaking of...
Hey, there was a high heel down here at one point. Is it still
I think
down
there was. One of my kids were playing dress up or something. Little did they know it was going to be donated to the Footussie.
Give it a home.
Our friend Tiffany Rose, she said, hey, I'm starting a new podcast. Will you guys let everyone know to come check us out?
Sure.
Check her out. We said, hell yeah. She's doing Ominous Obsessions. It's all about exploring the realms of paranormal encounters, true crime tales, and darker history. She also happens to be a cannabis cultivator in her day job, so you can expect some occasional 420 elements sprinkled in her episodes.
Hell yeah.
In other words, she likes to burn the devil's lettuce. But we're not here to judge. We're just here to make friends and beat up this Footussie. But let me go ahead and just play this for you guys real quick.
Are you up for something a little different? If so, Ominous Obsessions could be just the podcast for you. Get ready to explore the world of true crime, paranormal, and a whole host of other eerie topics in this edgy and offbeat show. It's sure to deliver plenty of dark thrills, so tune in now and jump into the deep end of the obscure.
Hell yeah, Tiffany. Congratulations on the new podcast.
Added sound effects by Nick.
Yeah, there was a live murder going on.
Just the noise that thing makes is so fucking good.
Ominous Obsessions. Go check her out. She's a nice young lady. And
Thank you, Tiffany.
Can get you the fucking hookup on the shit. She's a cultivator.
Oh, man.
Cultivator of wet dreams is what she is.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Okay.
I could be wrong. This is why you should never wear a metal butt plug, Robert.
Oh.
This has been skirting around the interwebs, and we've kind of just not used it. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, this so This is
that's
our
pretty.
article for the week. It says, if you've been on Twitter today, you may have come across a tweet that made you tense your butthole as tight as it possibly could go.
Okay.
If you haven't, here are the basics. Twitter users Bradius0 shared a scan which appears to show a butt plug embedded within someone's body far higher than a butt plug should be. It's right up in their rib cavity.
Oh, yeah.
Between their nipples. Honestly, the butt plug's all the way up there. The attorney's quote that goes with it says, greatest personal injury case I've ever heard. An accompanying screenshot of a direct message reads, an estimated Valley attorney has picked up a client who is suing a sex toy company. Said client purchased a butt plug that was advertised as 100% silicone. I bet you it's kind of like this thing.
I bet it is.
There's our fucking rod in it.
Yeah.
But client wears butt plug to MRI appointment. Much to client's dismay, butt plug, in fact, has a metallic core. Butt plug is accelerated at the speed of sound into client's chest cavity.
Oh, my God. Holy fuck.
Described in memo as an anal railgun.
Fucking bottle rocket up the ass right there, dude.
Client survived.
Why? But regardless if there's metal in it or not, why would you wear that to a fucking MRI? Even if it was all silicone.
Dude, don't kink shame. Don't be kink shaming.
Man.
You ready for the old fucking anal railgun?
Dude, that sucks.
While a horrifying cautionary tale about the dangers of mixing butt plugs and MRI machines, there are a lot of courses remain to be skeptical, given how similar it sounds to urban legend formats. And apparently, I did my digging on this, and Snopes said it's real. And the medical journal, one of these medical journals, just released a study on it and said, "Yeah, this is
Wow.
this is unequivocally true."
Wow. It fucking launched that thing.
Speed of sound.
Oof.
I don't know how fast that is, but
Can you imagine all the air it forced? Can you imagine the fart after that?
could you imagine the violent, intense orgasm you would have of that thing just all the way up in between your tits, up between your saggy titties?
Probably sounds the way that thing sounds when you flap it around.
You're laying there naked on the MRI table like a fucking fat orangutan eating a bag of lettuce.
Let's get one more good flop out of that thing, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
For those of you listening at home, we're gonna give this one more run. One more run on the
before
Fatoussi.
before the rod breaks. That thing's completely dry too. Imagine what it sounds like.
Oh,
when
you
it's
think
wet.
it's dry, huh?
I mean, I didn't stick my fingers in it, so I mean, it might be wet up in there.
We need a blow up doll. We need like one of those, not one of the blow up dolls, but one of those high quality bitches. One of those,
Oh, you like the robot ones?
the $3,000 ones that'll tell you got a tiny wiener and stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Taunt you, tell you your balls stink, tell you she has a headache, and then you're allowed to just beat her up and stuff.
Yeah, they got that one at there's that one dude on TikTok that he posted videos like he's married to one, and then it had a baby. He said, "My wife is pregnant."
Oh, I saw that.
He had like a
dude.
popsicle stick that said pregnant. He just wrote pregnant on the popsicle stick. He said she was 10 months pregnant.
Man, I used to work with a guy, and his wife passed away, and he got a pretty substantial life insurance policy when she passed, and he wasn't really good with women.
Sure.
And he'd been with this woman for a long time, and he splurged, and he bought a $4,000 sex doll.
Damn.
And I said,
Probably could have bought a mail order bride for that much.
yeah, he told me about it, and I said, so how hard do you go at this thing? He said, brother.
Fucking Hulk Hogan.
No, he said, brother, I'll lay the wood to this thing. I get after it. So, man, to each their own. If it's, I don't know.
Do you think you get to handcraft them? Like, not handcraft, like pick out what features it has?
If you got enough money, yeah, you probably could.
Like, I wonder if that's like a base model where it's already pre-made. Like, you don't get to determine how big the titties are.
My luck, I get a refurbished unit with like a fucking hole full of cum. I got it.
It's like a fucking snake living in it or something.
I'd get the experimental one where it kind of stinks like it's been at the gym and stuff.
You pull it out of the box and a raccoon hisses at you.
That's the one we want, though. That's the one we want for the studio. We don't want anyone to spend a lot of money. Although Optimus Piggy, I think he's got more money than he knows what to do with. He just keeps on sending us these wonderful treasures.
Wow.
My younger brother came over today, and he was I was cleaning the garage, and he said, "What's the hood on that?" He said, "What's under that hood right there?" I said, "Oh, you never seen it?" And he doesn't listen to the show.
Mm-hmm.
He steers clear of the internet.
Yeah.
And I ripped the sheet off a girth like I was, when people rip the tablecloth away and leave all the silverware on the table.
Yeah.
That's how I pulled it off a girth. And he was like, "Jesus Christ. Fuck, man."
You should have told him it was like a lawnmower part that you needed to help him fix. Like, yeah, man.
He was here picking up a bicycle car seat, and he's like, "God damn." And I hauled back, and I just punched the shit out of it.
You have to.
I punched it so hard.
That thing's heavy, man.
Yeah, and it fell over, and it went, boom. And he said, "How much that thing cost?" I said, "About $1,000.
He's just thinking you're fucking buying a $1,000 dick.
Oh, man. He's like, "What do you do with it when the kids are around?" I said,
Sit on it.
Fucking keep it under a sheet.
Put it up my ass. What do you think I do with it?
I treat it like a bird. She don't want it to make any noise. I just put a hood over its head. And
You leave it uncovered, it just starts spitting everywhere. Oh, shit.
yeah, she's 11. She's gonna be 11, but she had her birthday party over the weekend. A bunch of girls were over, and
Mm-hmm.
I had the garage locked up.
Yeah.
But they kept on asking. She's like, "Dad, can I get the scooter out of the garage?" I knew what she was trying to do.
Like, you don't ever want to scooter out. Like,
No. No, you're good.
She's like, look what my dad has.
Yeah, look, we got a giant wiener in here. Oh, man.
He can fit it so far up.
What do you see what's in his recording studio?
Have they seen this thing
It's
yet?
got a foot with a butthole on it.
What if it did have
No, they
the
haven't
V
seen
hole
it.
and the B
I'm
hole?
not going to show them this, dude. This is a little much. This one's a little much.
Yeah, you got to draw the line somewhere. A 60-pound dick is one thing, but a foot with the pussy at the bottom of it crosses the line.
I called my mom the day after the show, and she wouldn't talk to us. Told her what I got, and she just couldn't make heads or tails out of it. She couldn't fucking...
She just
I was trying to tell her about it on the phone.
yeah.
She said, you're so, no. Might be able to trick her. It's Sunday. She might answer, but I'll let her live. Anyways, here's a quick break from 14 of our sponsors for $14,000 per ad. Drop them in right now. All right. We're rich now.
We're rich as fuck.
Oh, felt good. Don't need that thing anymore.
You buy a real foot for that.
And you know, a lot of people out there that listen to this show, you may not be... No data. Reconnection successful.
There we go.
Man. What the fuck, man?
Sorry, guys. I think we might be back there.
If we're not, I don't care. If we are... Does it seem like it's all right now?
Yeah, looks good to me now.
Okay.
For the time being.
We're back. Let's see where I'm at here. Really bad down here.
Yeah.
All right, I had to pause there for a second, fix that YouTube stream. We're back, though. We're back. The earliest known documented outbreak of unexplained livestock deaths occurred in early 1606. Some really intriguing stuff happening back in 1606.
All right.
This is from an old news article. It says, about the city of London and some of the shires adjoining, whole slaughters of sheep have been made in some places to number 100 and others less, where nothing is taken from the sheep but their tallow and some inward parts.
Wait. Some what?
Tallow.
No.
And some inward parts.
Oh, okay.
The whole
Sorry.
carcasses and fleece remaining still behind. I think a tallow might be a butthole. Let's look it up. I know tallow is the stuff I get when I do a brisket. The fat. Yeah, it's just fat, I guess. Strange.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it does. I had a friend of the family growing up that experienced something like this, but with a horse. Where they had horse out in their pasture, and one day they just woke up and it was like the horse was fine the day before,
Uh-huh.
but the next morning when they woke up and the horse didn't, whatever, they went to go check on the horse, it was just kind of laying flat, like void of all structure, almost like the bones had been taken out of it,
Oh, man, someone deboned it.
as if it had been dead for a long time. And it was kind of decaying, but it was there and fine the day before. Around the butthole had been cut out, the mouth, like the lips and the teeth were left, but the lips had been cut out.
It's a chupacabra.
Around the possibly the goat sucker, man.
Chalupa.
And for this instance, it was a horse. But there are literally thousands upon thousands of cases of cattle mutilation. Where the cows are getting there. That was really upsetting that they leave them with their buttholes cut out, because that just doesn't make fucking sense to any. It's like they're mocking us at that point.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it's hard to make heads or tails of that. Unexplained livestock deaths were relatively unknown until 1967, when the Pueblo chieftain published a story about a horse called Snippy.
Snippy.
That was mysteriously killed and mutilated in Alamosa, Colorado. On September 9th, 1967, Agnes King and her son Harry reportedly found the dead body of their 3-year-old horse. The horse's head and neck had been skinned and defleshed, and the body displayed cuts that to King looked very precise. No blood was at the scene, according to Harry, and a strong medicinal odor was also in the air. The story was published by the wider press and distributed nationwide. This case was the first to feature speculation that extraterrestrial beings and unidentified flying objects were associated with cattle mutilation. The sheriff said it. The sheriff went on record and said it was a goddamn lightning strike.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the horse right in the tits, blew its skin right off.
Sucked the blood right out of it.
Fucking
Dry that bitch up.
knocked the tits right off that thing.
Dried it up like a fucking fatussi out in the sun.
Speaking of tits, why do people always send us fucking foot pussies? Why never anyone ever send us like a tit with like a tit with a hole on it?
Just some tits we could fuck.
You know, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Just when you're watching the art the art of pornography, when a man sticks his weenus between two breasts,
Makes a sandwich.
is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is a sandwich.
Oh
yes.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's a hot dog, man.
Nah, man, it's a sandwich when it's all together.
It's just a hot dog.
It's some meat in between bread. That's a sandwich, my friend.
Is a burger a sandwich?
I'd say so. Yeah.
No, you've lost your goddamn
Yeah,
mind.
it's just a. Yeah, it has to be a sandwich. It's a different classification of sandwiches.
I've had a stressful day, and I don't need to keep on going the direction that I've been going.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel it. I don't feel it. A sandwich is ham and cheese on bread.
I had brat sandwiches for dinner.
Bet you they were good, weren't they?
They're fucking delicious.
Hey, Sam's Club they got the inside skivvy on sausages, dog.
Onions and green peppers, all that shit. It was fucking great.
You're gonna fart like a king later on.
Can't wait. I'm gonna fill my britches full. It's gonna be a good day. Dude, I almost killed myself on Friday. I was so fucking miserable. Not from shitting, but I had like the worst sinuses ever. Like my shit was so fucked up. You thought I would have did a whole fucking like a dime bag full of pollen. Snooters, dude.
I'm sorry, dude.
Dude, it was rough. Those are my problems for the week that I've been going through.
It's not too bad, but it,
Nah,
it still sucks.
I'm gonna shit like an old dinosaur tomorrow, and then I wanted to kill myself on Friday, but here we are.
We just got to get you here. We just keep on. If we can get you to keep coming here, then we're good. Everything else is.
I don't plan on going anywhere else.
All right. Thank you. The story we were just talking about before we were sidetracked by God knows what the fuck was republished by the wider press and distributed nationwide. This case was the first to feature speculation that possibly these cattle mutilations were they're being carried out by some type of unknown extraterrestrial beings, some kind of higher power from somewhere beyond here, because they were not these procedures that were being performed on these cattle. They were not of this world. They were not worldly. I'll tell you that. Now I've seen cattle mutilation pictures are widespread on the internet, man. You can go anywhere and find those. Just type in cattle mutilations and
it's weird, especially like these things are being mutilated with not leaving any trace of like blood at the scene.
Right.
That's what the weird thing is. If you're getting hacked up, getting your asshole chopped off, there's going to be blood.
Well, let's go back. Let's go. This is from just a few days ago. Okay, this is going on in Big Texas.
Of course it is.
This is from April 23rd, just a few days ago, about a month ago. 6 mutilated cows were found dead on different properties along a Texas highway spanning 3 counties, authorities announced this week. While investigating the death of a 6-year-old cow, 5 other similar occurrences were reported along the area near College Station spanning Madison, Brazos, love their website, and Robertson counties. Madison County Sheriff's officials said Wednesday in a Facebook post. Similar mutilations have been reported around the U.S., and efforts to coordinate between agencies were underway, the sheriff's office said. The 6-year-old cow was found with a straight, clean cut with apparent precision, removing the hide, that's an asshole, around one side of the animal's mouth. The tongue was also removed with no blood spill. Ranchers reported no predators or birds have scavenged the remains, the sheriff's office said. The cows were found in similar conditions, but in 2 instances, additional external organs were taken, the sheriff's office said. Each cow was mutilated in a different location, and there were no signs of a struggle. The grass was undisturbed, and there were no footprints or tire tracks discovered around the deceased cows, according to the Post. The cause of death of all 6 cows remains unknown. Madison County Sheriff's officials did not respond on Sunday to a request for comment. And not only are these cows being found devoid of blood, there's no blood, you can't just... This is kind of an afterthought for fellas like you and I. Cows are a bit of a stubborn animal. You can't just drag them out there and get them to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
They're a little passive, but it would not be that easy to pull off something like this.
Right.
And they're not going to sit, and they're not going to just stand there and take it.
Yeah.
There's going to be there's going to be disturbed grass. There's going to be tracks. So then that begs the question. You think about it for a second. If they're finding these cows devoid of blood, no footprints, no disturbed grass, are these cows actually coming out of the sky? And to take a cow that far out and not disturb the grass is nearly physically impossible.
Yeah.
To carry a cow like that, you'd have to use a helicopter or some type of device that could carry it that distance without disturbing the grass. So it makes you think, are these cattle possibly having something done to them up in a spaceship?
Yeah, I mean...
And being dropped down to the ground?
It makes sense to me, because the way I see it is that, I've eaten a lot of pieces of cow before.
Yeah.
One thing I've never thought to cut off and eat is the asshole.
Well,
and if I know one thing about aliens, they like doing shit to assholes.
They do. In Mexico, they eat the ass. I know that. We've got
That's what separates us from them.
Buddy, I tell you, I walk down I go to Kroger.
I ain't eating a butthole, man. Well, not an animal's butthole. Hey!
I'll eat my wife's butthole.
Yes.
Indian food, Mexican food, I don't care. Don't care. I go to Kroger, they don't have tongues, but I go to Walmart, I walk down that meat aisle, they got motherfucking cow tongues sitting there in styrofoam
things are
packages.
Big.
They are. I hear they're good though.
Big boys. Yeah, I've seen them. I was actually watching a video the other day of somebody cook one.
Cow tongue.
Interesting.
If you've ever had your ass eaten out, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Let us know.
The unexpected death of an adult cattle is a financial burden, just like a father leaving home and never coming back, and maybe an emotional burden as well. On the ranchers who own them, it's both. It's an emotional thing, and it's a physical thing. It's a big problem because a head of cattle. I think they call it a head. Is either. I could be wrong in this.
I don't know. I do want to know one thing. So if anybody out there does have cows or has ever lived on where you've owned cows, when they die, if they die of natural causes or anything that's not like a disease, do you eat them?
Oh God, no.
That's so much meat you're wasting.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's a pet, but I mean, still. He would want to be eaten, or she, I should say.
this is what she'd want.
She would. She would want to.
But a cow can cost anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000,
That's a lot of fucking money.
and they make a lot more than that.
Yeah, right.
If you got them fucking putting them tits out,
She's whoring out her tits.
chafed ass nipples and shit. I used to work dispatch at the police department. We had this little Rolodex, and it said deer kill list. And then whenever someone was driving through the city, and if they hit a deer, they would call the police. I've been in an accident, so the police would go to the scene, and then the cop would go on the radio and call me in dispatch and say, "Hey, we need someone from the deer kill list." I'd call these honky tonks in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Well, hey, this is so and so from whatever police department. We got you on the deer kill list here, and we have a fresh kill at the corner of, Soldier's Home, whatever. I'll be on my way. I'll be here in about 17 minutes.
I bet that's exactly what they sounded like.
Call them at 3:30 in the morning. Fresh deer kill, buddy. And they come out, they pick them up, throw it in the back of their truck, take off with it, take it home, fuck it, kill it, finish killing it the rest of the way, and eat it, or whatever. I don't know what they do with them.
I would assume they'd probably eat them.
Probably, and then...
I would.
I can't remember if I told this story before. I used to work with one of the best guys I've ever known. His name was Antoine. I used to work with him a few years ago, and Antoine was from the hood, but fucking just an amazing dude. Love that guy. And we had this other guy that worked there that was kind of weird, kind of out there a little bit. Just really liked to hunt and fish and be one with nature.
Yeah.
But he wasn't good at it, and he kind of did it on a budget too. So,
oh, geez.
if there's one thing about hunting and fishing, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But this guy, he made it cheap.
Okay.
And one day he came in. He said, "Antoine, finally got me one, man." We knew he'd been hunting. He couldn't afford a tree stand, so he was actually laying in a ghillie suit, and some fucking hunters stepped on him and almost got into a fight. So he was laying there in a ghillie suit and got stepped on. That was a different story. But he said, "Antoine, buddy, I got me one." And usually when these hillbillies would come to work, say, "I got me one," and they kill a fucking deer. Whatever. I would love to try deer hunting, but just probably not in this lifetime. And Antoine's like, "Hell yeah, dude! What you doing with it?" And the weird kid said, "I made jerky." And
oh God!
He fucking held up the bag of jerky. And Antoine's like, "Hell yeah, dude, can I get?" And Antoine starts eating. He's like, "Man, it's pretty good." And the weird kid's like, "Yeah, it looked like he hadn't even been dead that long when I got there. He was on the side of the road."
Oh my God! Holy shit,
dude! Antoine's like, "What the fuck did you say?" He started spitting that jerky out. He was mad, dude. He was red.
Oh shit!
He said, "You mean you didn't kill this fucking thing?" He's like, "Yeah, but it was still warm when I got. It wasn't even cold yet when I got there. It just been a hit." And
fuck,
this fucking weird kid said, "I got me one." And he just stopped and picked up a dead one on the side of the road. "Hey, I could do that tomorrow."
Damn, dude. I would have been salty. I don't blame Antoine for going wild.
Mad, dude.
I would have been too.
That weird kid, he quit, but Antoine's still there. Love it.
Wow.
Have you ever eaten fucking rotten ass jerky? I don't know, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's bad. So let's talk about the anatomy of a cattle mutilation. There are certain things in common. The cattle will be missing certain body parts, typically genitals or eyes. Take the two best things. There will be cuts described as surgical in their unusual neatness. The cattle will not have displayed signs of illness prior to their sudden demise, and there will be no blood. Members of a dark cult called the Sons of Satan.
Do you think if there's no blood, it dries out the meat? If you were to eat it?
I don't understand what you're asking.
I don't know. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no blood, it doesn't dry. Yeah, are you talking about these mutilations? It's not good meat, dog. Robert, dog, it's not good meat.
Tainted meat.
It's not good meat. Members of the Sons of Satan, the cultists, they allege the cultists drain the cattle's blood via hypodermic needles and cut off their genitals to use in a fertility ritual.
Hell yeah.
This is just what some pundits say is actually happening to these cows. In addition to their cattle mutilating, the cult kept themselves busy with drug dealing, murder, and other savory hobbies back in the Satanic Panic, back in the 1980s.
Sons of Satan's a cool fucking name.
It is. I think there's a 1%er motorcycles club called that too. Speaking of that, I was coming back from work on Thursday or Friday on my motorcycle. I'm just, and there's a car in front of me, and there's a motorcycle in front of that. He kind of goes to the left a little bit, so I could see him, and he was wearing a cut. He was wearing a Outlaws. He was with the Dayton Outlaws, which I know one of them really, really well. One of the original members. I've asked him to come on the show, and he literally told me to fucking shut the fuck up and leave him alone. He was so just not about it, so that's never happening. So I said, hell yeah, dude, fucking Hell's Angels or Outlaws up there, fucking just riding, just true. And then some other guy in another cut comes flying up next to us.
Oh shit!
And he was wearing a cut. In his cut, I said, oh, it's another outlaw. But I looked, and it said the Flaming Monkeys or something stupid like that.
That's dope.
Like the dumb skull. I don't remember. It was something stupid. I think it was like the Flaming Skulls, or it was something I'd never heard of. And you could tell by the way this guy was dressed.
It was probably just him.
He was a lone wolf type deal.
Yeah.
But he was wearing the rocker. Everything you're not supposed to do to everything you would want to do to disrespect a rival motorcycle gang. This guy was doing it.
And man.
We shot past that outlaw, and then that outlaw fucking cut a bunch of people off.
Kind of like the equivalent of like stolen valor.
Yes, just like that.
Okay.
And then I could still see him. The outlaw, he caught up to him, and he started pointing at him, and then pointing to the ramp that was coming up. And
shit.
He started grabbing his own cut, and he started like making a fucking throat thing with his neck. And he was like telling me to get up. And the dude in the fucking Iron Monkey shirt or whatever, he took off a little faster, and he got off the ramp, but the outlaw slowed down. And then when he slowed down, I was coming up on his left, and then he snapped over to look at me. And, dude, I fucking locked ahead, straight ahead. I put my shoulders up. I fucking puffed. I was wearing my work polo. I puffed it out, just so you could see that I was not trying to do some stuff that would warrant being murdered or killed. But I'm pretty sure that other guy died.
You're wearing a fucking plaque on that says like furry kittens or something like that on your fucking jacket.
Nothing going on here, dude. Oh, man. Rest in peace to the guy from the Flaming Monkeys.
Oh, man, I want to know what happened.
I'd imagine that he was told to take it off.
Yeah.
I think you are allowed to go through rival motorcycle gangs' territory, but you got to call ahead. It's like you got to call if you're from the Hells Angels and you're going through Outlaws territory. Your president calls ahead and says, hey, we're going to be passing through.
We're doing a ride.
We expecting smoke or anything? And then the outlaw says, you got my blessings or whatever. Then the Hells Angels will ride through and pray to God there's no fucking issues.
Right.
Such a cool culture. It's so hard to infiltrate and get a feel for.
It is cool that they like with it, even though like they don't always see eye to eye, that they still can be like, hey, we're gonna do this. Is that cool?
Yeah.
It is weird that they have like territories like that. That's
checks and balances, baby.
I know. It's wild.
Back to these cattle mutilations. We're just talking about explanations right now. Some people claim that it's just a sabotage job. It's just somebody trying to, get a little bit of notoriety, a little bit of media sensation there. But that's hard to believe because there's no blood and the soil's not disturbed, the grass isn't disturbed. So these people would have to drop these cattle in from fucking helicopters. Like John Dutton from Yellowstone, he's rich, but most of these ranchers, these hillbillies, they're not very rich. They just don't have, like, fuck you, I'm going to carry around a cow with a helicopter kind of money.
It'd be pretty cool if they did.
Yeah. There are other mysteries regarding cattle mutilations that do not involve the corpses themselves. This is one of my favorite parts of this whole entire conspiracy theory, dog. For example, there's been at least one report of a seemingly military black helicopter being in the area at the time of a cattle mutilation. There's also a suspicious lack of prints in the ground around the deceased animals, including those the animals would have made in their last moments. Because you got to think.
Yeah, they're probably going to be panicking a little bit.
Not only are they getting their lips cut off, which sounds fucking hot. Hold on. Sounds fucking hot.
That thing sounds so angry.
Yeah, it's stretched. When we got it, it was a size 9. Now it's a 12.
Already it's fucking clit swelling up, man. You're fucking beating that thing up.
Yeah, man.
He likes it.
I'm going to put it in the mailbox this week. Keep that Ring doorbell going.
Dude, can you fucking imagine? Oh, shit.
I think the mailman listens to the show. He always sweet talks me when he comes by. I give him shit all the time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, with these, perhaps the most extraordinary findings have been circular impressions outside of the area that's devoid of marks. There are reportedly typically 3 of these impressions in a tripod shape. This is similar to supposed UFO sightings, such as the tripod marks seen during the Rendlesham Forest incident. And if y'all don't know about the Rendlesham Forest incident, that is just one of the most famous UFO stories that you might not know about. One of the most well documented. It would be worth the episode, but a lot of conflicting information on that story. Something went down there. So 100%, some fucking shit happened there in the Rendlesham Forest. I can't say for sure what it was, but definitely something worth looking into if you're interested. That takes us back a little bit. The black helicopters. That's a military secret ops thing. Mm-hmm. There's a whole entire conspiracy theory centered around black helicopters.
Right.
And I want to apologize, dude. I woke up today in a tizzy, and I immediately went out there and started working in the garage. I don't think I remember to brush my teeth today.
Oh, man.
So if it smells like hot ass and throw up over there, I just want to apologize.
No, you're in luck because I'm still stuffy, so I can't really smell.
I had to deal with the authorities today, too. I was hoping to, let's wait a little bit longer, and I'll tell you how I almost got arrested today.
Okay, hell yeah. I love those stories.
It actually worked out in my favor. But,
good.
There's a lot of theories centered around the black helicopters that perhaps these cattle are being picked up by the government. The government is inflicting the damage on the cat, whether it be some type of science experiment for furthering some type of genealogical research, maybe cloning, who knows what it is. But these black helicopters have been spotted around these cattle mutilations. They could be the ones theoretically that are dropping them in.
What I don't like about that is that if you think about it, so the government has enough money to pay for these helicopters, to pay for the gas, but they don't have enough money to pay for a fucking cow of their own.
I mean, if you watch the news right now, Rob Dog, they don't even have enough money to pay their own fucking bills.
Well, yeah, that's true.
We're about to default.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you forget to pay your Capital One, they call you and they say, "Hey, bitch, you're fucking 2 payments behind."
Right.
That's what the world is about to start doing to America. They're about to call and be like, "Yo, what's up? You're not paying your bills."
We're about to go back to fucking England.
And then Joe Biden's going to be like, "I got hairy legs. I used to, yeah, man. Fucking, I hope he's got some cash put back. He needs to pay up. Pay the man. Pay the piper. Ain't getting my money. I pay taxes.
My bills are paid.
My bills are paid. Shit. This is a 1975 article from Denver, Colorado. A lot of these cattle mutilations actually center around that general area out there. Who has been killing cattle in Colorado? In at least 10 other states the last few months. Stockmen and lawmen alike have been baffled by the mysterious mutilations. Since April in Colorado alone, 196 cows as one buffalo.
You must be in that one buffalo.
Why me? One horse and one goat have been found dead with parts of their carcasses removed. Similar mutilations in which udders, eyes, ears, sex organs, dicks, pussies, butts, tongues seems to have been removed by the use of a sharp instrument have been reported in Pennsylvania, Kansas, Minnesota, Nebraska, Texas, Oklahoma, Montana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and California.
Holy shit.
Some theorists have been speculated that the killings are being done by satanic cultists who use the animal organs in black magic rites. Because there have been no tracks near the scenes of the killings, one local lawman believes the perpetrators used a helicopter to swoop down at night on an unsuspecting herd, do their dirty work, then make their getaway by air. In Lake Villa, Illinois, where 2 calves were found mutilated earlier this month, the police suggested that mutilations might be linked to the Oregon group said to be enlisting followers for a trip to outer space.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It is.
I'd like to go to outer space. I'd abduct some cows to go to outer space.
If you want to go with us out of this world, you're going to have to kill some cows because we're hungry. And you know, I know just from watching Tommy Boy that these cows, they don't just give up. You can't just go tip one. They don't just give in. We're going cow tipping.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe they're taking the assholes to grow shrooms so they can trip. Doesn't it grow on the bottom of cow shit?
Fuck yeah, dude! I have no idea.
So maybe they're just planting cow assholes.
It's very possible.
Oh, look at that picture of us. We're beautiful.
I know. Let me see the FBI files, cattle mutilations.
Oh hell yeah.
Why am I not getting the?
Oh, you're blacklisted now, man.
I really am. Oh, okay, there it is. I found it. I had it saved in my drive. What a smart little boy.
Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm. This is from the FBI files. They conducted a project called the Animal Mutilation Project, and this is from the Office of the District Attorney. This is directed. The investigation is. This report's prepared for J. Edgar Hoover. Or I'm sorry, to someone in the J. Edgar Hoover building. Well, this is for the director of the FBI. It says, gentlemen, for background information, I refer to your Albuquerque origin matter entitled as followed: Mutilation of animals on Indian lands in New Mexico, crime on Indian reservation. Enclosed for examination is one vial containing several flakes of an unknown material, which the office would like to have identified in connection with an official investigation. And like I said, this is a declassified investigation from 1979, I believe. And the report goes on, for your information, since approximately 1975, New Mexico and other states, primarily those located in close proximity to New Mexico, have had incidents referred to by many as the cattle mutilation phenomena. Stock animals, primarily cattle, have been found dead with various parts of their carcasses missing, such as one eye, one ear, the udder, and normally a cord anus.
Damn, they just core it out? They take the stem and the leaves?
Dude, he didn't even fucking...
Damn.
He could have said, the tissue, the fleshy tissue around the anus.
Or just the anus.
He said, they're fucking cored out the... I've cored an apple. I've never cored an asshole before.
Oh, fuck.
This is an official FBI document.
Cored out anus. Man.
That sounds fucking... That's business, dog.
Just fucking kill me, man. Fuck. Don't core my anus, dude.
Like... That would be awful if they cored your anus and let you live. Just
no longer able to shit.
What do you shit out of? Like you fucking poop and it just runs down the inside of your thighs.
Oh, God. Just falls out.
Your thighs just start to balloon full of poop.
Oh, man.
Where are we at? Cord anus.
Cord anus, yeah.
Most credible sources have attributed this damage to normal predator and scavenger activity. However... certain segments of the population have attributed the damage to many other causes ranging from UFOs to a giant governmental conspiracy, the exact nature of which is never fully explained. No factual data has been supplied supporting these theories. In May 1979, responding to pressure from his constituents, the district attorney, First Judicial District of New Mexico, applied for and was awarded a 1-year LEAA grant to investigate these mutilations. I retired after 28 years as a special agent of the FBI to direct this investigation. As previously stated, there are those that have been attempted to make a connection between cattle mutilations and UFO sightings. In July 1978, a UFO was reportedly observed by a resident of Taos, New Mexico, reportedly hovering over a pickup truck.
Oh, shit.
The next morning, the enclosed powder flakes were reportedly recovered from the roof of the aforementioned pickup. Some of the individuals that are most vocal to the media have inferred that these flakes are identical with a substance that was taken from cowhides in a controlled test conducted in Dulce, New Mexico area. Dulce, New Mexico, which has been the site of several reported mutilations, is located approximately 70 miles from Taos, New Mexico. I've not been able to locate a sample of the substance reportedly collected in the Dulce test, but it has been described as a fluorescent material. I have to date been able to confirm have been able to confirm any connection between these two substances, and have been told by those that have seen both that they are not identical. However, I would appreciate it if through the use of GSMAS epistroscopy, spectroscopy. God damn, this fucking thing is hard to read.
Yeah, it's old.
Spectroscopy test of any other logical test that these flakes can be identified. This is in itself would go a long way to assisting me to discredit the UFO cow mutilations association theory. If need be, the flakes can be destroyed during your examination. Your cooperation in this investigation is appreciated. Kenneth M. Rommel, Jr. But that's just 3 pages from that, 2 pages from that.
Yeah.
That fucking thing is like 200 pages long.
Oh, shit. Damn.
And what did they tell you? Nothing.
Fucking nothing.
On January 15th, 1980, the Bureau closed the investigation, putting out a statement saying that none of the reported cases has involved what appears to be mutilations by other than common predators. I'll tell you what, dude. I've never been bit. Well, actually, I got bit by a wolf once. Long story. But for something to core out an anus with precision, that is not a natural predator.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Next time you think about what they're trying to tell you about this, I want you to watch your dog eat kibble from a bowl. Your dog, hundreds of years ago, was actually a natural predator. They ran free on the countryside. They would fight, fuck, kill. They didn't have humans waiting on them hand and foot. They've progressed in their behavior and their domestication to the point where they can eat kibble out of a bowl, but when they eat it, it fucking goes everywhere. And what this FBI investigation, they're trying to tell you is, yeah, that same thing that's fucking shooting kibble all over the kitchen when it's eaten, cored out an anus with complete precision.
Yeah.
Even a turkey vulture or something. I'm not buying it, dude.
I've never seen an animal missing an asshole, so I mean, I don't think that's a natural occurrence.
Tell you what, make it sound like it's like a paper towel roll, like a tube. That's how cleanly and
Yeah.
fucking dude.
Oof.
Let me see here. And the locals that speak of these mutilations, the locals just say abso-fucking-lutely not.
Oh, yeah.
This is not the government. This is something else.
I ain't buying it.
This is a quote. It says, this is from Sheriff George A. Yarnell of Elbert County.
Oh, God.
Said, I've been around cattle all my life. I can sure tell whether it's been done by a coyote or a sharp instrument.
Ah.
And he
Makes sense, and just like you said.
He alludes to, no, it is not a coyote. It is not a wolf doing this. It is something with a precise instrument. Now let's you may think it's just the cows getting their fucking buttholes fucked with.
Okay.
But us humans, we got stuff to worry about as well.
Oh, shit.
That's where we start to talk about our friend Jonathan P. Lovett. I've read his story so many times, it would be perfect for this show, but this is just a small snippet of it here. Most notably was a case witnessed by Air Force personnel in which an Air Force Sergeant E6 by the name of Jonathan P. Lovett was observed being taken captive aboard what appeared to be a UFO the White Sands Missile Test Range in New Mexico. This abduction took place in March of 1956 at about 3 o'clock local in the morning and was witnessed by Major William Cunningham of the United States Air Force Missile Command near Holloman Air Force Base. A lot of funky-ass shit goes on out there, dude. All the stories over the years, a lot of funky, monkey stuff going on out there that you just can't, people don't have answers for. Major Cunningham and Sergeant Lovett were out in a field, they're in a field downrange from the launch sites looking for debris from a missile test when Sergeant Lovett went over the ridge of a small sand dune and was out of sight for a time. Major Cunningham heard Sergeant Lovett scream.
Oh, God.
We actually have the original audio from the scream.
Let me play it.
Let me play it.
The sound it makes when it hits your mic is the best. Donk.
You're not going to hear that anywhere else, guys.
No, man.
I gotta text my wife right now. Shut the fuck up.
It's like you guys are fucking there. You guys are at this fucking command.
Dude, look at this. This is such a good fucking, like, if you're ever trying to
Stop it.
you hide a tube of chapstick in this thing.
Good. That's about what I'm working with.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Good to know.
Oh, it's all the way in there. Just keeps on sucking it in. Hell yeah.
He said, Oh, let's get that fucking kung fu grip.
Yeah, they heard old Sergeant Lovett out there screaming for his life. Major Cunningham described it as terror or agony. The major, thinking Lovett had been bitten by a snake or something, ran over the crest of the dune and saw Sergeant Lovett being dragged into what appeared to him and was described as being a silvery disc-like object, which hovered in the air approximately 15 to 20 feet. Major Cunningham described what appeared to be a long snake-like object which was wrapped around the sergeant's legs.
Oh, fuck. Fucking tentacle.
Dude, this is documented shit in the U.S. government.
Nice.
This is not just some wild shit that I found on the side of the road. This is fucking documented in the U.S. government. And it was dragging Sergeant Lovett to the craft. Major Cunningham admittedly froze, what a bitch, as the sergeant was dragged inside the disc and observed the disc going up into the sky very quickly. Major Cunningham got on the Jeep radio and reported the incident to Missile Control, whereupon Missile Control confirmed a radar sighting. Search parties went into the desert looking for Sergeant Lovett. Major Cunningham's report was taken, and he was admitted to the White Sands Base dispensary for observation. The search for Sergeant Lovett continued for 3 days, at the end of which his nude body was found approximately 10 miles downrange. The body had been mutilated. The tongue had been removed from the lower portion of the jaw. An incision...
God.
This is fucking wild, man.
Dude, this is crazy.
An incision had been made just under the tip of the chin and extended all the way back to the esophagus and the larynx. He had been emasculated and his eyes had been removed. Also, his anus had been removed, and there were no comments in the report on the apparent surgical skill. And there were comments in the report on the apparent surgical skill of the removal of these items, including his genitalia. The report commented that the anus and the genitalia had been removed as though a plug.
What? Holy shit.
Jonathan P. Lovett, guys, Google it. Look
They
it up.
done cored his ass out.
Which in the case of the anus extended all the way to the colon. There was no sign of blood within the system. The initial autopsy report confirmed that the system had been completely drained of blood and that there was no vascular collapse due to death by bleeding.
Wow.
Make that make sense in your head for a second. This guy bled to death, but showed no vascular collapse where the blood actually left his body.
Yeah.
But his body was recovered with no blood. Help me make sense of that.
How does that work?
It doesn't, unless there's fucking aliens involved.
Man.
A sub-comment in the autopsy was added that this was unusual because in anybody who dies of bleeding or in the case of a complete blood loss, there's always vascular collapse. Also noted, come in. Someone just knocked.
Yeah.
Mom says you have to help me do my math.
Oh my god.
She doesn't know how to do it, and neither do I, neither does Emily.
Can you give me like 20 more minutes and I'll help you? Just 20 minutes. All right. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Sorry. Right in the heat. Also noted. Come in. Drag that on back. Also noted was that when the body was found there was a number of dead predatory type birds within the area who had apparently died after trying to partake in the remains of the dead sergeant's body.
Oh, shit. So they didn't even like...
These buzzards ate the dead carcass that was laying there, and then they fucking
And they
died.
died.
Yes, there were
Oh,
predatory
shit.
birds surrounding the dead body, which had its asshole and genital penis and eyeballs removed with
Yeah.
surgical skill,
Man,
precise.
That kind of sucks. I was like jealous at first because I was like, dude, I want to be abducted so fucking bad. It's like a life wish. And then I don't really want my asshole
no.
cord out though.
Not like this.
I would be probed. I mean, I'll take one for the team, but I don't want to get my asshole cord, my fucking wiener chopped off.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
That's wild.
I just want to be fucked on a spaceship.
Not that way though.
I remember one time when we were in this would have been right before we went to high school, middle school.
Yeah.
There was a flyer up, and they were offering care flight rides,
Oh, really?
but you had to be under 150 pounds,
Uh-huh.
which I was a bit of a chunky nugget, and I was above 150 at this point. It always made me really sad that I couldn't go on the care flight trip because I was too fat.
Yeah.
But I wonder right now if someone my size might not have to worry about being abducted because weight restraints on spaceships and shit like that.
Yeah, I wonder.
Someone like you, they just be licking their fucking chops. They see me and they say,
Salivating.
boys, we didn't bring enough HPs, enough horsepowers to."
I mean, you think if they could travel the galaxy, they could fucking pick us up. You see how fucking fat Americans are, dude? Especially if they're coming to America.
That might be why they haven't been around very much lately, because they're fucking retooling their ships and shit to pick up our fat asses.
Right. Maybe that's why it will always happen in like the 50s and the 60s, because people were substantially skinnier back then.
Yeah. Well, let's touch on why aliens. Why do they choose cows?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, but it sounds they chose Jonathan P. Lovett. He was not a cow. He was a dude. Isn't that a crazy story, man?
It is really crazy. I like that. That's fun.
Got his ass.
I mean, not for him. It's not fun for him, but
Nah, for something like that, he's old enough. He'd be dead now. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with talking bad about it because he would have been dead by now anyways.
that's true.
And he went out like a champion.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully, he put up a fight.
Honorable death.
Now, farms provide a lot of wide open space for a plausible crash landing. So, a lot of people claim that's why aliens choose cows, because the ease of access being an empty field like that. But that would be the same for the U.S. government as well. If they were doing these black helicopter operation things, why they would choose these farms, because they're in wide open spaces where there's just not a lot of people around to see, and a crash landing would be a little easier to facilitate than if you were, say, in the fucking Bronx or something like that. Let's suppose there were an advanced alien species that was studying Earth and humans, and they require some of our biological material for research or some other purpose. But they're trying to cause as little harm as possible. what creature on this planet would they deem most disposable after observing our civilizations?
Damn.
True. It makes sense, though.
I guess.
Either that or dogs.
Don't do the dogs.
Don't do the dogs, man. We really love our dogs. We breed cattle by the billions and slaughter them en masse.
That's
so if you
true.
were observing us humans from space, you might reasonably think we wouldn't be too frightened or offended if we just fucking magically lost some of these cows, or if you know, the aliens are probably saying these humans will be okay if we dip in and take a couple assholes out of these cows and slap a couple udders around.
I vote they change it to geese.
I fucking hate geese.
Fucking geese. Yeah. There is literally no point of geese existing.
I will run over a gander right now. I don't care. I think that's what it's called. I will run over a Google of geese. I do not care.
Too bad they're a fucking protected species, man.
Why?
They need to be wiped out.
Why? And they don't even taste good.
No, they're like fucking retarded ducks.
They are. They're worse.
Ducks are actually kind of cute, but
They are. They're sweethearts.
yeah, we'll drive by and then we'll see like a bunch of like geeslings, and we're like, man, too bad you're gonna grow up to be a fucking
Absolute
dinosaur,
bastard.
Like, yeah, a piece of shit. Fucking hate geese.
They're just miniature ostriches is all they are, and ostriches are dumb, man.
yeah.
When we were at the Cincinnati Zoo last weekend, I don't know what they're called, but the fucking claws on an ostrich,
Oh, dude, they're nuts. Are they
Complete-
considered talons still?
extraordinary.
They're stupid as fuck too. They got tiny ass brains.
Stick their heads in the dirt,
Yeah, fucking put their head under their wing. That'd be like me putting it under my leg.
putting your head under your sack, stretching your sack up over your head.
It is bat wing in my own head.
Now,
Fucking birds.
a full-grown female cow can weigh anywhere between 1,600 to 2,000 pounds. A male bull, around 2,500 pounds plus. So without shooting one of these creatures, bleeding it out, or applying blunt force to the head, even then, you have to, whether you're trying to bleed them out or beat them over the head, there's going to be a bit of restraint that you're going to have to inflict upon the cow.
Yeah, you have to have some sort of control over the animal.
Yeah, it doesn't align for me.
Yeah.
Then how do you perform a surgery like that in a field at night?
Right.
If you're a skilled surgeon, you could do it with minimal bleeding, only if you have the correct instruments: hemostatic clamps, ligature of major blood vessels, with suture, an electric scalpel, etc. But these, that's not something you just have in the middle of a fucking field in the middle of the night, and not, and not leave any blood. In 1973, December 4th, 1973, law enforcement reported a wave of cattle deaths in 7 counties across Kansas and Nebraska. Sexual organs were reported having been removed. Weeks later, it was reported 38 mysterious cattle deaths had occurred across 11 counties.
Dang.
The Kansas Brand Commissioner's Office determined that most of the deaths and removal of sex organs were the result of natural causes, including predation, shipping fever, and blackleg.
Blackleg. Fuck. That sounds bad.
I don't want that blackleg.
Hell no.
In June of 1974, mutilations were reported in Lancaster County, Nebraska. The Lincoln Journals reported that residents had seen unidentified helicopters shining spotlights.
Blackleg.
Get the blackleg over there.
Only fucking blackleg I once. What made Michael Jackson dance so well?
Do the stinky leg. In this article, they'd seen unidentified helicopters shining spotlights into fields where mutilated cows were later found. The county sheriff, Herbert Thompson, claimed helicopter sightings had been a nightly occurrence, with both the FAA and the National Guard reportedly being unaware of any helicopter activity. However, both Thompson and the Nebraska State Patrol found no definite connection between the cattle deaths and the helicopter sightings. After ranchers began forming night vigils, the National Guard warned its helicopter pilots to fly higher than normal altitude to avoid fire from jittery farmers.
Farmers just fucking popping off fucking rounds at them. You ain't getting my cow.
Leave her goddamn cow. Leave her goddamn cows alone. By October of 74, it was reported that UFO conspiracy theorists considered cattle mutilations might be related to flying saucers. In the summer of 2019, 5 bulls were mutilated at the Silvies Valley Ranch in Oregon. It is estimated that each 2,000-pound bull was worth $6,000 of U.S. monies.
Oof.
The FBI has made no comment on whether or not there is an investigation on the particular event, but the Silvies Valley Ranch offered a $25,000 reward for any information on the topic. Now let's touch on the lab reports for just a second. Laboratory reports carried out on some mutilated animals have shown unusually high or low levels of vitamins or minerals in tissue samples, and the presence of chemicals not normally found in animals. However, not all mutilated animals display these anomalies, and those that do have slightly different anomalies from one another. On account of the time between death and necropsy and a lack of background information on specific cattle, investigators have often found it impossible to determine if these variations are connected to the animal's deaths or not. In one case documented by New Mexico police and the FBI, an 11-month-old Hereford Charolais bull belonging to a Manuel Gomez of Dulce, New Mexico, was found mutilated on March 24th, 1978. It displayed classic mutilation signs, including the removal of the rectum and sex organs with what appeared to be a sharp and precise instrument, and its internal organs were found to be inconsistent with a normal case of death followed by predation. Both the liver and the heart were white and mushy. This is from the police. Both organs had the texture and consistency of peanut butter.
Delicious.
You like peanut butter, man?
I love peanut butter.
I'll eat a lot of peanut butter.
Better question is, do your dogs like peanut butter?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
I don't know if they. Sorry, I'm just sitting a little.
You're good, man.
Still.
Let's keep talking about peanut butter.
I can talk about peanut butter all day.
Do you fuck with crunchy?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
It makes my intestines hurt though.
That's specific.
So fucking bad.
Really?
Yeah, my stomach hurts so bad after I eat crunchy peanut butter.
Dude, it's so fucking good though.
Yeah, dude. Today I was poking around the house, and I've never really done this. I've never really had fires in my yard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just never really done it.
Okay.
Well, last night I had a fire for that birthday party.
Yeah.
Made some s'mores, some whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like taking the chocolate wrappers and throwing them in the fire and watched them
just wither up.
Shrivel up.
Yeah.
Sunday fun day. I said, I got to get my garage clean today. Started cleaning my garage. I just got tons of cardboard boxes out there from motorcycle shit and other stuff I've been opening.
Right.
And I just started lighting the cardboard on fire. I put it in the fire pit, and I was lighting this cardboard on fire. I was lighting a lot of cardboard on fire. I felt like such a fucking man out there in the yard, lighting all this cardboard on fire.
Yeah.
And even Stacy came out. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting rid of all this goddamn cardboard." Trying to sound like my dad when I said it.
Yeah.
Just smoke billowing out of my yard. There's this old woman down the street.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this fucking bitch with every fiber of my being. She's always calling and reporting people for parking in the wrong. You know, my side of the
she's
street.
one of those, yeah.
My side of the street, you can't park on my side of the street.
Yeah.
She'll the instant somebody stops and gets out, she calls the police. She'll there for a while. She was calling the dog animal control on my dog because I don't have a fence, but I've trained the dogs to stay. The dogs have never left the yard.
Yeah.
Never. And the dog guy the animal control came, and the dog ran up to where he knew he was allowed to go, and he stopped. And the dog's like, you got an underground fence? I said, yeah. I didn't, but I told him I did. He said, oh, well, okay, I'm good. I'm out of here. See you later. And he took off. But I got the dogs trained. They're super smart dogs. Just, they stay in the backyard.
Yeah.
Today, I see her staring at me from there's my yard, then there's the street.
You should have waved the fussy at her.
She said something about, oh, well, you're burning that trash and you're making it harder. And she said something about harder or dick harder. I don't know. And Emily was out there doing something. She said, "Did she call you retarded?" I said, "Oh, fucking." I said, "What?" She said, "I don't want to smell you burning your trash." I said, "I'm just burning some cardboard." She said, "Okay, I'll be right back with the law." I said, "Oh, for fuck's sake, man." Then 20 minutes later, I see out front, a big yellow fire truck pulls up. The dude, there's two firefighters. The one guy gets down, and he starts coming at me, and I kind of recognize the dude.
Mm-hmm.
There was this night when I was working at the strip club, and this guy, we were like tussling with him in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm going to my car, and I got something for y'all." Which for me, that says, "Hey, I'm going to get a gun."
Yeah, you're going to get a gun. Yeah, exactly.
So we ran and we tackled him, and we started beating this man in the parking lot because he was going to kill us.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was the first one to get there, and I kind of cross-bodied him. He was walking away from me, and I just cross-bodied him from behind. And he fell down on his hands and his knees, and the way I landed, my knees, it was almost like we were, like, you know, wrestling when the one guy goes down and the one guy's on top. That's kind of my chest and my body was on his back, and my knee was up against his rib cage.
Oh, this is fucking hot.
So I started fucking driving my knee into his rib
Right in
cage,
his ribs?
trying to kill this guy, giving it all I have, and I know I hurt this dude. But we put him in handcuffs, and private security company. That's a big deal. Anytime you got to put somebody in handcuffs, working private security. So the cops come and the firefighters came because we just sprayed mace inside the strip club, so it was already kind of fucking chaos. They came, and the firefighters walk up with the cop to help this guy. But they stand this guy up, and he had shit all over shit all over himself. There was no poop on me. Thank God. But when they stood the dude up, he's like, I shit in my pants. he said, I shit in my pants. And the porky dude was just like,
weak stomach.
Fucking got the dry heaves.
Man.
Got the wet mouths. And the cops were like, God fucking damn it. But the firefighter that got the dry heaves apparently switched departments, but it was the same guy that came today.
Oh, shit.
And we locked eyes, and you could tell he kind of like crooked his head, and he was looking at me, he was kind of smiling. And he's like, "You used to work at the gentleman's club." I said, "You're talking about that night that dude shit himself, aren't you?" He said, "No one ever believes me when I tell that story."
That's fucking hilarious.
He said, that guy pooped all over himself, didn't he? So there was shit everywhere, dude. He said, "I tell these guys all the time, that guy pooped everywhere." He tell you wouldn't cuss. He just like, it was funny. He said, "He pooped everywhere." And he said, "You're burning some," and then one of the guys, "Oh, you got to report you're burning some trash out here." I said, "I'm just burning some cardboard." He's like, "That's trash." I said, "It's cardboard." He said, you got a permit for an open burn, yada, yada. He's like, "Just finish what you got there and then, put it out for us." I was like, "Cool, you guys have a good day." He's like, "You're not going to make anybody poop their pants today, are you?"
Maybe this old bitch that called.
Fucking die, bitch.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I didn't get either one of those guys to ask for an autograph or anything like that.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, where's she at? I'll go throw some of your dog's poop on her front porch.
I'm going to fuck her up. Her dog ran away one time. I went and
Good.
got his dumb ass.
Oh, it was that one?
She can't move. And yeah. It's her. And she's got, like, she's the sweetest in the world. And sometimes she's wild. And the fact that I've fucking seen her naked is kind of weird, too.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Juby or Juju or whatever the dog's name is.
Like, I should have let your fucking dog get hit.
And I was helpful that day because
I
she
know.
was about to break her hip and shit. Whatever.
I just don't like old people, man. They're just
They flip flop, man.
they do. You can't trust them.
Okay, let's talk about the explanation of some of these cattle mutilations. A lot of people say it's from natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
Missing or mutilated, you got the mouth, the lips, the anus, and the genitalia are explained as contraction of missing, damaged areas due to dehydration.
Huh.
The actions of small scavengers and burrowing parasites seeking to enter or consume the body in the areas where skin is at its thinnest. Missing, mutilated eyes and soft internal organs are explained as the action of carrion feeding insects such as blowflies
Oh, man.
and opportunistic or carrion birds such as vultures, which are known to direct themselves toward an animal's eyes and to enter the body through the openings of the mouth and the anus in order to feed on them. That's fucking nasty. They're not eating the ass. They're just trying to open the door to get to the stomach.
Yeah. They're entering the premise.
The absence of blood is explained as blood pooling in the lowest points in the body where it will break down into basic organic components. So, I'm not really buying that one too much. But the surgical incisions, that's explained as tears in the skin created when it's stretched by post-mortem bloat and or dehydration causes the animal hide to shrink and split, often in linear cuts. Incisions caused by scavengers or predators, possibly exacerbated by the above. Then there's the possibility of it just being animal cruelty and human activity, which could be these real ritualistic cults.
Yeah.
I don't see that, dude.
No.
There's just been too many of these cattle mutilations for it to be chalked up to some type of satanic panic or
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
anything like that. I don't think that's it at all.
Me neither.
But then you have the explanation of it possibly being government or military intervention. Government looking into cattle diseases, which would be very plausible. If the government had to do a lot of research in these cattle and they didn't want to, they're too cheap to buy their own cattle, they'd just go abduct some. A 2002 National Institute for Discovery Science report relates the eyewitness testimony of two Cache County, Utah police officers. The area had seen many unusual cattle deaths, and ranchers had organized armed patrols to surveil the unmarked aircraft, which they claimed were associated with the livestock deaths. The police witnesses claimed to have encountered several men in an unmarked U.S. Army helicopter in 1976 at a small community airport in that county. The witnesses asserted that after this heated encounter, cattle mutilations in the region ceased for about 5 years.
Damn.
Then you have my favorite theory. Our favorite theory. I've even collaborated on Robin what our favorite theory is in reference to cattle mutilation. But a lot of people say it's that goddamn goat sucker.
Oh, yeah.
El Chupacabro.
Yep.
Chupacabra.
We're a couple chupacabras.
We're just a couple. We should change what a good name for another podcast.
The chupacabros.
The Chupacabros.
That's fucking good, dude.
What if we can change our name in just Mexico?
I wonder if that's taken.
Let's look it up.
The Chupacabros podcast.
What's starting?
It's trademarked. Trademark Ohio podcast.
Podcast.
Los.
Los Chupacabros
Okay.
is a humorous, wise. Let's not give them any. Plot, dude. Get them the fuck out of here. Let's look here. See what they got. Any reviews? No reviews. Last episode over a year ago. That name
Okay.
is ripe for the picking, big
There
dog.
you go.
Come get it. We're taking it. We just strong arm robbed them. The Chupacabra earned its name only as recently as 1995 following widely publicized news reports of cattle mutilations in two small Puerto Rican towns, Oricofis and Moravis. Moranis. That's what I want. It's Moranis.
So do those cows.
They just want theirs back. The reports were fairly conventional, following the same pattern of most cattle mutilations in the news. There's a lot of dead animals are linked to El Chupacabras.
Yes.
Not just cattle mutilations, but cats, goats. You know, they are the goat sucker.
I know.
I think that's what Chupacabra means, is the goat sucker.
That's a pretty fucking cool name, though.
Well, I wonder what a dick sucker is in Spanish language.
Funny, I call my dick the goat. Boom, boom, boom. It's an angry foot right there, man.
Hell yeah. My headphones keep falling off every time I start shaking that thing
I
around.
know, dude. You're fucking going ham on it.
Wow. If you guys subscribe to the $2,000 tier on Patreon, there's a video of me and Rob doing that naked. It's your mic cord.
Underneath the desk.
Just don't even touch it. Don't even look at it.
Yeah. Send us $3,000 and we'll fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll put up on the table and just fuck it.
I'll shit in mine.
Fuck it into submission. No, we'll shit in each other's.
I already took a shot out of mine, so.
Yeah. Send us an email, guys. Tell us, write us on social, comment. Tell us what you think. What do you think is the explanation of cattle mutilations? We'd love to hear what you guys are thinking.
It's got to be aliens or chupacabras.
Oh man, it's
Chupacabras.
such aliens.
Yeah.
Chupacabras, wow, it would be my favorite explanation.
The fupacabras.
Chupacabra's a little fucking guy about the size of this alien right here on my microphone stand with a big red rocket sticking out. I think it has to be some type of extraterrestrial intervention. There's nothing, the U.S. government, they're delinquent on their bills.
Mm-hmm.
They're not paying shit. They're not hoisting cows up out of the cattle and cutting their buttholes out.
Yeah, like I said, they could easily just fucking, make their own fucking cows.
Yeah, honestly, it could be McDonald's because that pink slime shit that they have for their burgers.
Fuck yeah.
Just cow ass. It's not even real.
Yeah.
And where do you? And some people say, where the fucking hot dogs? This is how you get hot dogs. Just a cow ass.
Yeah.
That's where hot dogs come
Cow
from.
lips and udders and
Cow tits.
yeah.
Cow lips and cow tits.
I can't imagine a udder tasting that good. I don't know.
This is really weird. I've always wanted to have just a nice glass of cold milk
Okay.
right from a cow's tit.
I don't think it comes out cold though.
No, but you put it on ice or something.
The tit or the milk?
Yeah, you dip the udder.
Just fucking put the udder on fucking ice.
No, I want to get a nice big glass of ice.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to milk a cow. Just like this. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
Just like this. Big, strong hands. I want to milk the cow right into the glass of ice and then drink the milk. Straight from the cow's tit.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Why not?
I might be wrong, but I don't think you're supposed to.
Some people say it's sweet. I've heard that. It's sweet.
Like mother's milk.
I know when my wife's pregnant, I get to suck on them fat titties.
Yeah.
That's like sugar water.
It's the fucking nectar of the gods.
Good, dude. Yeah, man. It tastes like somebody's like
Make your bones feel healthy.
it's a lady milkshake.
Yeah.
It's a milkshake of the night.
Oh, yeah. Freshly churned.
If you're lactating, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. There for a while, even after she quit breastfeeding, 3 or 4 years after, I'd still give them titties a big old rip. Give them a big old slug.
Good to the last drop, brother.
You get an old piece of chunk to come out.
Fucking chalk dust.
You get a fucking...
Turns into powdered milk after a while.
like sometimes you wouldn't wash your kids' milk sippy cups out very good, and you get a...
Oh, dude, that's so bad. We fucking... You know how many times we would find random, bottles underneath the bed?
Yeah, they're called milk bombs.
That's fucking rancid.
Where does the sippy cup go? And then you're just taking your life in your own hands at that point if you don't find it.
You got to throw them nipples away because that shit cakes in there. It smells like
I'm glad I'm over that.
death. Yeah.
I do miss them fucking big old fucking...
Them old pregnancy titties. Yeah. Boy, them things don't play.
Them inflated monsters.
Those things are fucking out of this world.
Punch them and your knuckles hurt. Hell yeah.
Old swollen goodies, boy.
Man, a woman's body is just a marvel. A beautiful thing.
Yeah. Should be one of the wonders of the world.
It is.
Some good shit.
Every time my wife and I make love, I say, God damn, they're wet. Don't ever compliment them when they're dry. Is that a compliment to a woman?
That they're wet? or that they're dry. It's definitely
It's
not.
like if someone walked up to you or me and grabbed us on the crotch and said, "God, you're wet as fuck," they'd be like, "That's kind of it." Like, oh, I pissed myself.
didn't piss a little.
I pissed my pants. So I often,
If someone tells me like, if someone would be like, "Oh, you're fucking hard," I don't think I'd be like, "Oh my god, thank you, thank you so much."
it's my dick. I know.
Thank you for noticing. I appreciate it.
You know, sometimes I get down there and with my wife, I say, "God damn, you're fucking wet." God damn. I'll growl at her a little bit. Fuck yeah, girl. Barking at her. I just wonder if women take that as a compliment, or is it more just like, okay, dumbass? Yeah, that's what
Yeah, I know. That's what's supposed to
my
do.
body's supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
Yeah.
If you're wet, send us an email for our podcast.
Oh, man. But sometimes she'll make me feel good. She'll be like, only for you, baby. Something like that.
It's like the most patronizing
just
shit.
to cheer me on.
Yeah.
Just to cheer me on trying to dirty talk.
Good job.
It's hard to dirty talk someone you've been living with for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I saw you.
I fucking did the dishes earlier.
I saw you switching the laundry earlier.
You like that?
You didn't think I was in there and you farted. You nasty bitch. I heard you fart. And I waited for you to leave. I smelled it.
I fucking pissed on your feet in the shower. Yeah. You fucking like that? Oh God.
I had to call the littlest one out earlier. I ran into the bathroom to wash my hands. I was doing something. I looked over. There was no toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, these fucking kids. I thought to myself, I said, these fucking kids, they go through a roll a day of toilet paper.
Oh man, they're the worst.
And then she comes fucking running by me. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I gotta poop. And she runs in there. And I go outside. I was grilling a little bit. And I came back in the house. I said, God damn, it stinks in here. She blew up the whole fucking house. She's 6, dude. She blew it up. I said, fuck. And whenever I went into the bathroom and washed my hands or whatever, I took my hat off. I don't know why, but I went back in there to get my hat.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked over, and there was still no toilet paper. It was completely dry.
No.
And I was like, Paisley, come here.
What did you do?
What do you mean, what did I do?
Oh no, what did she do if there was no toilet paper?
I asked her, said, you wipe your fucking butt? She said, there was no toilet paper. I said, that's not what I'm asking. I said, did you wipe your butt? And she said, I can't. That's how lazy these kids are.
They just won't wipe their asses.
So I opened up the cabinet where I was at, and I pulled out a roll of toilet paper. I said, wipe your ass and change your panties, because I didn't want to look. Fuck, man. But yeah, they just so gross, disgusting, detestable beasts.
Yeah.
All right,
That's rough, man.
Brohio Nation. If you like to shit and not wipe, sometimes I can get away with it. Sometimes I take a shit so clean that it ain't gotta be wiped.
Yeah.
There's just no debris, residue.
I get those every now and then. I still wipe. I mean, I'm just surprised whenever I look at it and it's in our crime scene.
I love to gamble. I just this is the one.
You just guess.
Yeah. All right, yeah, just send us an email, Brohio Podcast. It doesn't even just
an email.
Just send us an email.
Yeah.
Leave us a review on Apple. If you're listening on Spotify, you can leave a comment, and we can publish it afterwards so everyone can see how you feel about the episode. That's a cool little feature.
Rate us 5 cord assholes out of 5.
Here's the deal. For every new review we get this week that refers to Rob's limbo party,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
we'll read the reviews in the next episode.
Hell yeah.
You have to make a direct reference to Robert's limbo party, though.
Okay.
That's the deal.
There you go.
It's a fucking deal.
Yeah. I want to have a limbo party now.
And here's the deal, sugar tits. We'll see you next time. We
All
love
right.
you guys so
We fucking
much.
love you. Thank you, guys.
All right, YouTube.
Alrighty. All right.
Love you guys. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, we do see these, but it's hard to look at everyone whenever.
No, it is
we're doing the
sweet.
episode.
I've had fresh, still warm cow's milk. It's good. Yeah,
All
we
right.
see him, dude. Yeah.
Love you guys.
Caden Brady says, I almost died by bleeding from a dump I took this morning.
Oh man, I've been there.
Big old fucking blood donut. Ugh. All right. See you guys.
Bye, guys.